Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome to Group 2 AC220 Basics J Group Video Presentation. As you guys can see in the screen, our objective making this video are for CRG650 subject, Group Project 1, which is the movie review. I'll begin this video with introduce our team members. There is Katun Nada binti Aziz, Norazli binti Muhammad Azman, Nur Shafiqah binti Holil, and me, Nur Alisha Izayu binti Ratzi. After having a discussion, we decide to select the coin artist for our movie review. This movie is come from Thailand with romantic comedy genre.
Before we start more detail, let's look at the movie trailer first.
อาชีพอย่างผมมันต้องหล่อทั้งนอกเครื่องแบบและในเครื่องแบบอยู่เลยทุกคนเปล่าครับผมไม่ใช่ตำรวจไม่ใช่นักสืบแต่ผมเป็นนักต้มตุ๋น
พี่ชื่ออะไรอ่ะ
Power
ชื่อจริงเหรอ
หน้าตาซ่าๆแบบเนี้ย
หยุด
ลูกค้าผมเอง
พกอาวุธมาหรือเปล่า ชูมือยกชายเสื้อขึ้น สูงอีก
มันสีเห็นหัวนมแล้วแหละเนี่ยเทียนปะเนี่ยฮะ
เข้าเรื่องเลยแล้วกัน โดนลุงนี้เบี้ยวหนี้อ่ะ
ลูกนี้เป็นใคร
แฟนเก่าฉันเอง
เฮ้ยพี่ปล่อยผมเฮ้ยพี่ปล่อยผมปล่อยผมพี่
พี่ปล่อยผมละ
แฟนเก่าเบี้ยวนี่คลาสสิกจะให้หลอกผู้ชายอย่างไอ้เพชรเราต้องรู้ทุกคำพูดและความคิดของมันโดยการอ่านปากที่เพชรรักพี่หนกมากขึ้นทุกวันก็เพราะว่าพี่หนกใจกว้างใจดีเหมือนน้ำทะเลเลยไอ้เพชรมันชอบหลอกเงินผู้หญิงใช้จุดนี้แหละเป็นแต้มต่อแต่เราต้องหาทีมช่วยคนแรกสาวใหญ่ลูกไฮโซเสน่ห์แพรวๆ
แคชเชียร์เช็คของเพชรเนี่ยอยู่บนห้องเดี๋ยวคืนนี้ค่อยไปเอาเนาะ
สมาชิกแก๊งคนที่สองพี่ชายพี่เองชื่อโจน
โจรภาษาอังกฤษเหรอ
โจรภาษาไทยนี่แหละขโมยขโจรน่ะ
คลานตามกันออกมาจากหมาป่าอย่างไอ้เพชรที่มันคิดแต่จะเข้าไปขย่ำแกะไม่คิดระแวงหรอกว่าแกะจะหลอกมันหรือเปล่า
น้องโง่มากเลยเนาะที่โดนผู้ชายหลอก
อย่างว่านะคนอยู่ในสนามจะไปอ่านเกมออกได้ยังไง
แล้วอย่างพี่ไว้ใจได้ใช่ไหม
ถ้าเธอยังไม่เชื่อคำว่ารักจะทำให้เธอได้เห็นว่าฉันไม่ได้หรอก Oh baby
We start with introduce the main hero of this movie. His name is Tower. He is a skilled coin artist who accidentally picked the wrong target, Ina. This is because Ina finds something is amiss and threatens to report Tower to the police. He is forced to accepting the dealing from Ina into assisting her in getting revenge on her ex-bitch. Tower expert in lip reading of people by just look the movement of their lips. He lay in his chair while watching the television without the sound. Now, let's get to know the main heroine. Her name is Ina. She works as a banker and have an innocent personality. She once get fooled by her ex-boyfriend, Peach, by need to pay the heavy debt 500,000 baht after Peach just leaving her after get the money. She almost bring the victim again by the coin artist, Tower, because of her naive character. Furthermore, this is the main villain in this movie. His name is Peach. He is Ina's ex-boyfriend who lied to her for getting the money. He is a sweet-talking trickster who has a habit of parting women with their money. As long as the woman is rich, he will try to fool it in getting their heart and does not care about their age, young or old, as long will help him fulfill his own interest, which is to get the money. Now, let's move to the synopsis of this movie. The coin artist narrates the story of Ina, a banker with an innocent personality. Peach, her clever ex-boyfriend, fooled her because of her innocent personality by asking her to lend Peach 500,000 baht. The man did not leave the money after giving it to him. Ina went into debt as a result of quick action. To be able to pay it off, she must reduce productivity while also conserving electricity and water at her place. She also only eats bananas on a daily basis. Ina comes dangerously close to become a victim of restriction once more. Ina is the victim of Tower, a con artist who requests her to send some of her money. Ina, on the other hand, was able to obtain information about Tower thanks to the assistance of her friends. With the help of her friends who work at the bank, Ina was able to learn more about Tower. Out of fear in a threat to report to the police, Tower has offered to help Ina in order to pay off the debt that Ina has. Ina agrees to cooperate with him by inviting Tower to help her con her ex-boyfriend who has already cheated on her. Next, stakeholders with their stakes. The first one is Ina. Ina wants to revenge and at the same time get her money back from her ex-boyfriend to pay the loan. Second, Ina wants to stop lying to her mother that she's still in a relationship with Peach. Next stakeholders is Tower. Tower wants to obtain money from Ina, who is his target victim of the scams. Tower also wants to stop Ina from report to the police about his scammer activities. That's all from me. I will pass to Nurul Shafiqah to continue the presentation.
Moving on to the ethical dilemmas of the actors. Ethical dilemma for the villain, Patch, is whether Patch agreed or not to pay the deposit of 1 million baht. Based on the movie, Patch was supposed to pay 3 million baht in cash. However, he decided to pay 1 million baht as a deposit using his own money and he will pay the balance after the clients pay. But John wants to increase the payment to 3.3 million baht if Patch cannot pay 3 million baht in cash at that time. Therefore, Patch decided not to pay the 1 million baht and just wait for Samson to come back home from the vacation. Next, the ethical dilemma for the hero, Tewa, is whether Tewa wants to continue or stop being a scammer. At the end of the movie, Ina had written a letter to Tewa, and the content is that she wants to keep in touch with Tewa if he decides to stop being a scammer. However, if he stops being a scammer, he cannot get more money quickly and easily anymore. After a few months, Tewa told Ina that he stopped being a scammer because he likes Ina and choose to work in the travel agency. Discussion on the actions taken by the villain from the consequentialist point of view. Consequentialist is an action that should be judged right or wrong on the basis of their consequences. A good action is one that provides more benefit than harm, while a bad action creates more harm than benefits, and a person should choose the action that maximizes good consequences. Firstly, the act of Patch scam Ina had caused more harm than benefits. This is because there are many bad consequences of the action, which is the victim Ina has to bear the loan that she made for Patch. Moreover, she had to be extremely frugal by reducing productivity while also conserving electricity and water at her place. Moreover, she also became a YouTuber in order to increase her income to be able to pay the loan. Therefore, we can conclude that it is unethical because the act produced more bad consequences. Secondly, the act of Patch having a relationship with Kanokpon had caused more benefits than harm. This is because there are many good consequences of the action in which Patch get the job as a manager in the travel agency. This is due to the fact that Kanokpon is the owner of the travel agency. Moreover, all of the items worn by Patch are branded. This is because he can get money easily from Kanokpon and his salary is also high. Therefore, we can conclude that it is ethical because the act produced more good consequences.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Azim binti Muhammad Azman. Next, I will discuss on the actions taken by the heroine, which is Ina, from a deontologist's point of view. Deontological ethics can be defined as an ethical perspective that emphasizes the rightness or wrongness of individual actions. Deontologists think that ethical standards bind you to your duties, which is why it is sometimes called duty or obligation-based ethics. It differs from the consequentialist point of view, whereby it focuses on a decision or actions rather than the consequences of the actions. Next, we will examine the actions of the heroine to relate this point of view with this movie. Firstly, her major action throughout the movie is to engage in a scamming activity in which she attempts to defraud her ex-boyfriend after being scammed by him before. Her only intention is to reclaim her money with the totals of 500,000 baht and to make him regret for scamming her by having him experience what it is like to be scammed. But from the perspective of a deontologist, her action can be classified as unethical action or wrong action because the scamming itself is illegal. For her second action, she recruited her former elementary school teacher, which is Miss Nona, to join hands with her in the scamming plan and offer her 500,000 baht if she agreed, since Ina and the hero, which is Tower, are unable to carry out the plan on their own and they require more assistance. Furthermore, her teacher is the best candidate because she is in debt and urgently needs money to pay it, even though her intention is good because she just wants to help her teacher in repaying her debt. Her action is still unethical or wrong from the deontologist's point of view. Next, I will discuss on the ethical actions that we should take based on the golden rule if we were in the villain's shoes. Golden rule can be defined as do unto others as you will have them do unto you. This implies that we must be kind to others in order for others to be good to us. This is because everyone deserves to be treated equally and respectfully. So as a result, fair treatment will be given to everyone. Based on the golden rule, if we were in the villain's shoes, we will not defraud other people, since we do not want others to defraud us in the future. This is because the action of the villain defrauding others in the first place had made him suffer at the end as a result of the revenge from his own victim who defrauded him back. So we do not want to expose others to such unethical behavior, since the consequences would be self-destructive. Therefore, even if we have problems, we must always be honest with others, especially if we are having a financial matters. If we urgently need to borrow money from someone else, we must be trustworthy and accountable for repaying the loan. We should not betray the trust that people have placed in us, or else they will lose faith and will not help us in the future. Next, I will pass to Gotranada so that she can explain about her feelings towards the villain. Thank you.
Thank you, Azlin. Now, we will look at the feelings of remorse or guilt or shame that we would feel as the villain. The villain that we choose for this movie is Peach. I think if we were in the villain's shoes, we would feel guilty for lying to Ina as she put her faith in us, willing to lend a lot of money, which is 500,000 baht. This shows that Ina is a good friend and willing to do anything for the people she loves. We are supposed to thank and appreciate her presence in our life. We need to return the favor by being honest and also treat her well. Besides that, we will have feelings of remorse to Ina. This is because we can see that she had a hard life after what we are done. We will feel empathy for her and guilt that caused her in pain. As from this negative experience, we need to learn from our behavior and apologize to Ina. Next, we move to the last part, which is the conclusion and lesson learned from the movie. As a conclusion, I can say that our behavior, either to act in ethical or unethical value, it depends on our situation. Like this movie, the heroine showed a very good ethical value at the starting of the movie. However, the situation changed her to act in unethical value. This happened because of her ex-boyfriend scam her money and make her involved in that. She was doing so many jobs at one time and it put her under pressure. Because of this, she involved herself in illegal jobs because she wants to take revenge on her ex-boyfriend. So based on this movie, we learned that helping people is a good attitude, which is a good ethical value that we should follow. However, there is a limitation. If our help only brings a problem or put us in a trouble, we should not give a hand to them. Helping people is a good ethical, but it must be correspond to our situation. Besides, we should not put 100% trust of people. Even though we knew the people for a long period, it is because we do not know their real intention towards us. Sometimes people just pretend to be nice and use us for the benefits of themselves. Last but not least, we should wisely spend our money. Having budget planning is a good step to avoid overspending on unnecessary things. And having a good budget also helps us from taking a loan that which is give burden to us in the future. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you.